2021.
2021.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
2021, man.
Of course,
2020 been a
it's been
long
a little
year.
people, man. Oh, man. All right, guys. Welcome to Roots to the Game. I'm Sean, and this is James, who had just came back from Texas. Everything's big in Texas, right?
Got that right, man. The women, the
Uh-oh.
food, the cars, man. Everybody driving the same Ford. What's that crap called?
Oh,
F-150.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Crazy,
uh,
man.
everything is big. Oh man, everything big down there. Well,
I'm
man,
looking at.
unfortunately, man, last night, my team, Pittsburgh Steelers, man, lost to Cleveland. Man, that was just harmful, dog. Harmful break, but I am still a diehard fan, no matter what.
Die-hard fan.
A diehard fan, dude.
You
Diehard
swinging
fan.
the
The
bandwagon.
ups and the downs, man. Ups and the downs, man. That's all. All right,
You
man.
gotta
So
stay committed.
let me ask you this question. I have a question for you. Give me your recap of 2020.
Who? 2020.
2020. So
When
give me
was
your
that?
recap,
20
man.
years ago? You
Oh,
talking about 20 years ago? I was born, 20 years ago. It's like,
oh damn. Whew.
nah, I'm playing. Uh, oh man, that's a tough one. That's a doozy. 2020 was like a comedy show, man. It started off unsuspected when you think about it. I mean, it had its bump and rolls, but like gradually just got worse over time. Like you had a lot of celebrities passing away, a lot of opportunities being lost, a lot of people rediscovering new talents and new career paths or whatnot. I mean, it's kind of like it was a blessing in disguise when you think about it. I mean, yeah, we had a mass pandemic and whatnot, but then at the same time, we had more free time to become entrepreneurs and our own, businessmen and, try new marketing strategies and whatnot too. So it wasn't, I don't want to say it was all bad, but it has its, little curves and whatnot.
You're right.
I think that was our breakthrough, if you want to be completely honest. That was our wake up call for humanity. A lot
Mm,
of people got used to doing the same habits over and over again, and it took one game changer to make humans realize that we have to, do something to come together. Because like, how often do you have something that makes us be able to see each other? That was the only thing we had to make like family come closer. Make us start to prioritize our health a little bit more. Because if you ain't build your immune system up, you damn sure catching it.
right.
I don't know. It's an odd year, man. My initial thoughts about it, man, I was like, throw this whole year away, man. Everything's just falling apart, man. My life is just falling apart last year, man. Throw the whole year away, man. I don't know, man. At least we got a New Year's resolution. I think our breakthrough is finally coming. We finally got some, new opportunities to make some money, become more, healthy and healthy physically and mentally, spiritually. Got a lot of opportunities to expand and grow this year. What about you? What about what was your initial thoughts on it last year?
Um,
It was like a
man.
movie, man. It's like a comedy show. Like first, it felt like you was in the movie, and then when you just sit back, you was like, "Hold on, let me just play this out real fast. Let me
Yeah,
play this out real quick."
right. I mean, man, look, 2020 was a nightmare for a lot of people. Want to say, Whew. No, man, because it's crazy because because I think we lost a lot of people like in 2020. You know what I mean? Like due to COVID, this pandemic, went down. Um, but for me personally, it was just like when people started to show me like what their true colors really are. You know what I mean? In 2020. So
There's a saying for that. When a dog is
oh
pressed
yeah, oh
against the
yeah.
wall or something like that, then they start to bite or something like that.
And there's this another saying too is that when your back is against the wall,
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
have nobody else uh like to really turn to. You know what I mean? But you know, in this situation, I've seen people have their backs against the walls, and they go back to the same person that they used to have conversations with, that they used to have like some type of relations with. You know, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And like I think 2020 did something for me though. It just had me like to open my eyes on a lot of things, a lot of people, and just try to encourage me like to just just to do better. Like you know what I mean, like to keep my head straight, like like down to the good path. You know what I mean, like the whole 9 yards.
I mean, it was definitely a reality check. I mean, for most of us, we don't really prioritize ourselves. So I feel like last year everybody was stuck in the self sabotaging cycle where we just throw ourselves into the pit of trying to be happy, but we try to jeopardize our comfortability in order to make other people happy too. So a lot of times you get
You're
stuck
right.
in that cycle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was an eye opener where you finally get to, it's like you said, you finally get to see people's true colors when they realize that they don't have like financial resources or whatnot too, so they start to be a little limited on flexibility and whatnot. Like you see how they get to treat you, you see how they get to handle situations that deal with like loved ones and whatnot. You get to see what people's heart is at.
Oh, yeah,
Man,
man. And then for me, man, you know what? Like, because like I'm just recently going through a breakup. You know what I'm
you
saying? But, well, yeah, me. I'll tell
say
you
it ain't
something,
so.
man.
Say it ain't so.
It just had me open my eyes about that and about a lot of things and a lot of people. So going into this new year, I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just let people see it. You know what I mean? I'm just let I'm just let people see like, is he really doing this? Uh, where's he at? Like
I always tell people the same thing. I always tell them actions speak louder than words. Like if they're not
actions
getting
do.
money, then what else are they doing with their life? Is just fooling around. There's a lot of different methods that to make your career start to flourish a little bit, but eventually people just can keep sinking into their bad habits or whatnot, and they don't want to take responsibility like most adults we have nowadays too. Like most of these people you have running around, it's funny that their physical age ascends more than I guess you could say like their, I don't want to say spiritual age, but I guess you could say like like their mental age, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh
Every
yeah,
year, every year they get older, but it seems like they start to act more, like more childish. I guess they start to act more
man.
immature.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about,
The
man.
only thing that progresses is their tendencies. That's the only thing that progresses with
Mm.
them type of people.
Oh yeah.
You got to leave all
See,
that stuff in the past year.
and that's what I think stepping into this year is like. It's like now you got to leave everything in the past. Whether it came from 2020, whether it came from what 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, even. You know what I mean? Like you just got to leave it in the past and just starting to forgive. And I think you know if you're not that type of person like to be like so cold out there, you know what I mean, and don't have that much like hatred in your heart, like you would find the time like to be like, yeah, you know what, like even though that you done some things to me as like you disrespected me, and you hurt me, right?
Okay,
But
okay.
I still forgive you though, and yeah, life goes on. You know what I mean?
I see. You know what the problem of why people they like to hold on to things like that. It's kind of like how the Chinese said that holding on to anger is like holding on to coal with the intention of throwing it, is because 9 times out of 10 they have a problem with forgiving themselves too. It's like it's what they call a power struggle right there. So whenever a person feels like vulnerable and they feel like they have no control over their lives right there, they're blaming themselves, but they're just projecting it onto you. So really they see themselves through you when they can't forgive you, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna need
That,
you
that's the
to
main
explain
that's the
that
main
more. Like, you know what I mean?
like a person that became traumatized in the past, sometimes they may end up
Mm.
they experience the same scenario over and over again, and they realize that that makes them relate to that experience, many times over again too. So like just in your case, they probably see you as the aggressors, why they can't let go of their anger, because as soon as you may have did something that triggered that triggered that experience in their mind, it allowed them to feel powerless again. So I guess sometimes when you're dealing with people, you
Oh,
just gotta reassure
so
some
wait,
sort
hold
of
up,
comfortability.
hold up. So, was you referring that to my situation?
Not necessarily. I mean, it could be directed
Oh,
towards. It could be directed towards anything. Everybody goes through trauma. Everybody goes through traumatic experiences. Like a baby. When you think about it, babies can easily become traumatized.
dude.
I mean, it happened to me in kindergarten, man. One time I got lost. I couldn't find my parents, man.
Oh my God.
It's true, man.
Woo.
It happens to everybody. I was
That actually.
walking to kindergarten by myself. Couldn't find my parents and just started crying.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh yeah. I'm still trying to visualize that. And it's like, how in the hell did that happen? But I mean, for me, I did experience a lot of things in 2020. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I did
or
too, man. I've
but
dealt with like faulty people where I've learned to. Actually,
there
I
you
think I
go.
did good. I think I did good dealing with like damaged, deranged people where I started to prioritize my comfortability a little bit more. Like I learned how to handle situations without like being too lopsided and worried about more of what I want. You know, I've tried to be the more humanitarian approach about it, but I don't know. It didn't work out. It just, I guess, it kind of taught me not to pursue certain things and just allow things to come to you naturally. 9 times out of 10, it's like when you put too much effort into a lot of things, you may draw something negative into your course a little too quickly. That's what happens. I
Mm.
noticed.
I think for me, man, you know what? It was going towards the end of 2020. It was just like, made me made me realize that, throughout throughout this pandemic, crap, through this like breakup that I'm going through, you know what I mean, throughout, just certain things that I was going through, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, you know, it's making me stronger, and it's just making me better, and it just made me like to really realize that I'm not I'm not gonna put myself in that position no more. And you gotta do like whatever it takes, like to really realize that, or to make sure that that never happens again. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, man. Now, now in 2021, good things, man. Good
Yeah, I
things
mean, you'll
only.
always receive those little tests coming back over and over again, but it's like I said, I mean, you have more power, what they call willpower, to be able to decide if this is a good choice or not for you.
Right.
Like you always like one thing, probably even in how the Bible depicts it too. Temptation will always be there, and it comes in many different shapes and forms too. But at the same time, you don't want to experience guilt to allow guilt to basically take over right there, because you got to take some sort of accountability for it. Like what they say, owning up to your mistakes. 'Cause that's what it takes. It takes that to be a man. Like it takes a man to, own up to your responsibility and whatnot, to become the
Yeah.
provider, even though you may become a provider temporarily or, more permanently for certain people. But I mean, either way, everyone should everyone should be allowed to have like a guidance counselor type figure in their life that leaves a mark on them, like a signature. And whether or not they take your advice is completely on them, as long as you've been allowed to impact their life. A lot of people don't receive that, that counseling figure in their life. Yeah, most people do it. They just don't listen
Yeah,
to
to
them.
me, man. To me, though, I just think that the the same people that done you wrong in 2020, it's gonna be those same people that will come right back around.
Even
It
with their
may
hands
not
out, right?
be. Mm, no. Mm-mm. What do you think?
I can't say it on camera, man.
Yes, you can. No, no, no. Yes, you can. Come on.
YouTube gonna
Say it
flag the
now.
channel if I say it, man. YouTube gonna flag the channel, man. I'm telling you. They go black explicit content.
No, 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 man. No, no. Look, you can say it right here, right now.
Listen, man, those same women that they turned their back on you, man. Those are the women that were the same ones that come back around, just bending their back over, man. I'm gonna put it that way.
I like that. I like that. I like that. No, I like that. Now. Was that really what you was going to say, or
Nah, I had something else.
I know it. So, what was you really going to say? Oh man, you got to think about it.
I gotta think about how to process it now.
Oh,
Forget about it. Forget about it.
ah, yeah, man. But you know what, guys, 2021, please. Good
Rough
things,
year, man.
less
This
drama.
year, I don't know. I gotta send you some news. This year, maybe we gotta go into
Uh-oh.
this. We gotta go into this year like strong headed, but at the same time, I think this year probably gonna be a comedy show. But this teaches us more to be more observant.
Oh
Like
yeah.
don't react first when there's a moment of tension. You know what I mean? When there's a situation happening, it teaches us to be more, like spectating. Like you see people are doing riots and whatnot, and they're getting just blown away like a piece of paper, man. They could have been
Mm.
anything they wanted. They had promising careers right there, and they wanted to blow it away because they tried to, to prove their what's the word I'm looking for? They want to prove their allegiance to this country. They only goes so far. They use the people here like like pawns. They use the people here like chess pieces. I don't know. This will be a better year, man.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. I hope so, man. Hope so. But what you did say not too long ago, yeah, I definitely do agree with it. You know what I mean? And that's not necessarily for towards women. It's towards like people in general. If the same ones that blocked you, that had dumped you, and this that, and the third, they will come right back around.
Oh yeah, they usually do. It's like 90% chance right there.
Mm-mm. Yep.
When they realize they can't find something that's comparable as the impact you left on their life, they realize that. See, a lot of them they come from a leeching mentality right there. So I feel like they're
Yeah.
scanning other people. So when they don't see something they can capitalize off of, they go right back to the host again. Whatever feeds them
Mm-hmm.
the most, they're going to come right back to it again. And it just so happens to be the person that they was leeching off of the most. It's ironic. Like you would think this is how leech work. You would think that once you like metaphorically they suck the person dry, and you would think that they wouldn't have no need to linger around any longer. But that doesn't be the case for humans. That's not the
Not at
case.
all.
Especially if you got like a flexible pocket, you got money, looks, 6-pack abs, a fresh haircut, Jordan's car. Let's see what else.
Rays and all that other crap. Nice dress,
Gold watch,
cologne, Victoria's Secret.
Gucci belt,
Get on my damn nerves.
Louis Vuitton, man, Chanel
Oh
purse,
man.
man.
Yep. Oh man.
Crazy,
All right,
man.
all right, man. So with that being said, we're about to do another video. So stay tuned.
All right.